Hi again, Doug here from X-Frames FPV, and today I've got a little bit of a different video for you, and I'm not really sure what to name these videos, and I'm going to hopefully get some help from you guys. He's kind of a day in the life of a custom builder. You know, I'm a custom builder out of Los Angeles, California, and I do it full time, and so I'm constantly getting different components and different frames, and some come in for me to review and some come in a box of parts. Customer says, hey, can you build this for me, which is what I do. Some of them, like in these two here, come in as repairs. And so you know, when you're first starting out, it really helps to kind of be able to see, okay, here's the problem and here's the cause and what we're going to do to fix it. So we're going to do that in this series of videos, but I could really use your guys' help in the comment section. If you can leave me your ideas of what this should be called, what this series of videos should be called, and we'll be doing this kind of thing of here's what's coming in, here's what I'm building today, and some of it may be repetitive a little bit because, you know, maybe I'm building an Armaton frame 1 week, and in another 2 weeks I might do it again, but they'll all have a little bit of differences to them. So that's what the videos are, and let's go over real quick here what we got going on with this customer. This customer's out of South Carolina. He's got a few of my drones. This is the first one that I built for him, and actually I didn't build this for him specifically. This was an eBay item that I put up when things get where I'm having a lot of back orders and things get slow, waiting for items to ship and that kind of thing. I'll sometimes put things on eBay. Don't really have much time to do that anymore, but I was doing that a little bit back a while ago, and so this customer bought this off eBay, and we've had good communication. And then I just actually recently built this one for him. This is the Neato 180, and sadly enough, it took a little bit of a hit. These two here, this is the Martian 3 and the Armaton F1-5 Acro. Both of these are waiting for cameras. We talked about with the Martian 3, this has got the Lux. Let's bring it on up here, and this has got the Lux camera, or Lux flight controller in it. And you know, we talked about the Lux flight controller being a little bit noisy. Let me see if I can get, it's hard for me to do. I think it's hard for everybody to do this. But you can see there, that's a piece of neoprene that I put in between the flight controller and the PDB. And then I just kind of, you can see, kind of loosely tighten down these plastic nuts, and I usually put a little drop of CA glue right on top. And this makes for a really good cushion for this thing, and kind of helps with the noisy 6500 gyro that just kind of creates a little bit of problems, and this really kind of helps alleviate that. So that's what I'm doing. This again is waiting for the 1200 TVL camera that's really not in stock right now anywhere. That's a great camera if you have either the HD goggles or the Dominator V3s that have the 16:9, because the 1200 TVL is a 16:9 aspect ratio. Latency is really low, just like in the 600 TVL. So that's a good one to look at if you have those goggles, because the quality of the color and everything is just really superior. Same thing we're waiting for on here. We're waiting for a camera on this one. This is the Armaton F1-5 Acro. This is the one with the MPB power distribution board, and then the RE5 or the RE2 flight controller from Brain FPV. And because there's quite a bit of wiring, you've got OSD and that kind of thing, we're just going to go ahead and hold on this one until we do get the camera in. The Neato, like I said, this oh goodness, it was only about maybe 2 weeks ago that I did the build for him, and took a pretty substantial hit, as you can see there, and it peeled back the top plate and toasted this camera. And this motor also is completely, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it is completely bound up. I can't even move it, no matter how hard I try. So We're actually going to move this, all the components from this, all the good components that is going to go to the new Hyperlight frame from Serge over at Pyro Drone. And so I'm excited about that. And if you guys haven't seen those frames, it's definitely worth checking out. I'm actually going to be his builder on the ready to flies that he's going to offer. So now if you go to Pyro Drone's website, he actually has the Hyperlight that are ready to fly. And so I'm going to be the builder for them. So that's exciting. So that's going to go into a Hyperlight frame, new camera, new motor, and wouldn't surprise me if the ESC is toasted, because depending on how quickly he was able to disarm his motors, it wouldn't take very long at all for this to, if even a couple of seconds, if the motors were still spinning, it would fry that ESC pretty quickly, because it wasn't able to spin whatsoever. So that's what's going on with this. This is the Martian 2. This is one that he bought for me from eBay, and it was an eBay when I get kind of slow, or this was a few months back when waiting for parts and that kind of thing, or for different builds. I would put stuff up on eBay, and I don't really have time to do that anymore, but this was his first one from me, and I guess it took a little bit of a bath. We're going to spend a little bit of time on this one, on kind of doing, really doing some inspection and see how bad things are inside. I know that you can see here on the frame is cracked. So it's gonna go into actually a kebab 5-inch frame. And but we need to check out some of the components. I know some of them are bad. And we'll kind of go through and find out exactly what we need to do, and what needs to be replaced. So that's pretty much it. This was kind of one of the longer ones, a day in the life, as you would say. But as we go further, a lot of them will be shorter, because it may be just going over one drone that I'm getting in that needs to be repaired or whatever. So we're going to do a follow-up video here on the Martian to highlight what is all the issues that it was having, and to really go into what the repair is. We're going to do another video here on the Neato, which is going to go into the Hyperlight frame, and then we'll do recaps on both the F1-5 Acro and the Martian 3. So guys, I hope you're getting something out of these videos, and if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section. Let me know what you think these series of videos would be called, and I'll kind of update with kind of what we're going to call them, and going forward with all the different series. I do have a website, and that's xframesfpv.com. That's xframesfpv.com, and that's where you can go and really check out my builds, and there's pricing there and just any kind of information. So hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you get a little bit of time to fly today.